Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Alright, let's get into the message. Okay. Oh, yeah. Started getting into the channel state. Okay. Before I really get some cards out, I just want to say thank you for your support on the channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy and assistance and help co-creating these messages. And all of the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and donations all really do help out the channel. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Holy moly guacamole. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of energy. Wow. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, these are really cool cards. Okay. So we've got raise your frequency, the element of air. We've got the spirit world, and know that you are safe and held. So you could be going through you could be having a lot of experiences right now. Um, Something that can happen when you're tapping into other realms or dimensions or um other frequencies, I guess we could say, is sometimes it can feel disorienting. Sometimes it can feel chaotic. And then what can happen is the mind tries to figure it out. So it can pull us up into our head to where you're sitting there and you're just like, what about this? What about that? What if this? What if that? And it I call it head spinny energy. It's where just your thoughts are just going 1,000 miles a minute and you're trying to mentally process all of this energy. And what I feel like the message is here is to take that energy, pull it out of your headspace, and bring it down into your body and let it flow. For some of you, you might be called to create with it. You could be called to journal about it, write about it. Um, just I'm feeling like grounding, getting into nature, but also knowing that you are safe and held. So what this means is you are protected. You are um like safe, it's one of those things because it can also be a little intense, especially depending on where you're at. When you first really open the third eye and start experiencing things and seeing things, it can be a little much. It can be, because a lot of times too, some of the beings, even if they're not a low vibrational being, sometimes they can appear in a way that is startling. And it's all energy. And so sometimes we'll perceive it in a way that's startling. And so if you're having those experiences where you're going to lay down and you're closing your eyes and you're seeing things that are kind of freaking you out, what you do is you just claim your sovereignty, call in your whatever divine forces you work with, and know that you have free will. So if you don't want to experience something, you can just say no. And if it's one of those things where it's a being that is there to help guide you or protect you or something of that nature, and you are experiencing it or seeing it in a way that's kind of freaking you out, when you kind of put up that boundary and just like no, sometimes what will happen is they'll kind of change form a little bit. And so then it'll be a little bit easier to perceive until you get used to working with certain energies. The main thing to do is tap into how you're feeling. And that's where getting that energy and grounding it in your body, getting into your body, feeling how you're feeling in your body. Then when you see something, if you're like, this visually is kind of freaking me out, but I'm not getting a fear energy anywhere else in my body, it just looks kind of intimidating or kind of freaky. That is your sign that that's a benevolent being, basically. That's of the benevolent vibration. If you're seeing something that's kind of freaking you out and then you're getting kind of that like anxiety feeling in your stomach and you're just like, oh, and you're kind of getting that type of a feeling, then that is more of a sign of like, yeah, this might be, what we would term a lower vibrational being. And so you just claim your space. Again, call in whatever divine forces you work with and just know that you're safe and protected. I really do feel like you're accessing spiritual energy right now. And part of that is when we raise our frequency, we start to access other energies that were previously um not perceivable, because it's not like they just show up. It's one of those, you perceive it when you are ready to perceive it. So, um yeah, I feel like what's really happening right now is you're in this energy where you are raising your frequency, you are raising your vibration, you're opening yourself up to other experiences, other realities, and other dimensions, whatever you want to call it, other realms. And so you could be kind of trying to get your footing in it. And the thing is just remember to ground that energy in. I would recommend to journal about it. Um, and then also when you're journaling about it, journal about not only what you see or hear, but how you are perceiving it, how you're feeling about it. Um, did it startle you? Did it put you in a place where you felt at ease? Did you feel loved? What did you smell? That's another big one, because sometimes you can also rely on your sense of smell. So if you're smelling something pleasant, most of the times that's going to be a benevolent presence. If you're smelling something that is unpleasant, that can be indicative of, what we would term a lower vibrational being. And it's nothing to be, you don't need to be scared of it. You don't need to be, you know, do your best not to tap into the fear vibration, because that's what they feed on. So just tap into that sovereignty, know that you're safe, know that you're protected, you have divine support around you all the time, call on it, and you also have free will. So you don't have to engage in anything that's coming towards you. You can choose. And it's also good to put boundaries on it as well. So sometimes what can happen, especially when we're really tapping into these, it's really cool, it's really fun. And then all of a sudden, what you can find is that you're getting into this energy so much that all of a sudden you hit an energetic burnout where you're not sleeping. You feel like maybe you do go to sleep, but you don't feel like you actually rested. And it's because you're accessing so much. And so you can put boundaries on it and just like, hey, for the next couple nights, I need some sleep. So you know, let me be. And you can set up certain times to work with these energies as well. Um, so there's, again, don't forget your free will and your sovereignty. You are a human. Well, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. And so it's one of those, it's okay to put up a boundary with the spirit realm or the divine and say, hey, I need to focus on some human stuff for a couple days, so I need a break. Like, it's okay, they're not going to go anywhere. When you've handled some things and got some rest and you feel ready, then you can tap back into this energy again. Anything else? No. Wow. Well, I love this energy. This is really beautiful energy. If this is resonating, you can definitely let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. This is that this is the really fun energy. Especially at first, and you're like, what is going on? It can be a little nerve-wracking, but it's also exciting. So I love this energy. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. I hope this resonates. If so, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.